Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to talk about how to foolproof your sand game. Hey guys, in today's video, what you're going to see is one of our bunker videos from our cogornogolf.com premium membership. So this is one of the videos you get with the paid membership. It's part of a bigger course that we did out of the bunker. We wanted you guys to see this first one just to get started with the setup. If you guys like this video and want more, you can check out the link in the description for cogornogolf.com. If you guys have any questions, as always, just leave a comment down below. So let's talk about the bunkers. Now in the first video, what we need to talk about first is how to set up properly to a bunker shot. So let's go over a stock setup if I'm just a general bunker setup trying to get out of the bunker and on the green in one shot. So what I'm gonna do here again is I'm gonna take my normal full swing setup and then I'm gonna take my bunker setup and we're gonna start to notice some differences. So here would be my full swing setup. If I was just hitting a full swing shot on the range, would look like this. Now my bunker setup would look like this. Okay, here's my bunker setup. So again, here's full swing. Here's my bunker setup. So do you notice some differences there from both face on and down the line? Certainly I'm going to make some differences in the bunker relative to full swing because my goal is different, right? This is the only shot in golf that I'm hitting where I'm not actually trying to hit the ball first. I'm trying to hit the sand behind the ball. Okay, and that's part of my setup piece, and everything I'm doing is based around that. So what am I doing with my setup? Well, if I take my normal setup position out of a bunker, let's go through some of these pieces. Number one, what you should notice is my feet are a lot wider than normal. If this is my normal full swing setup, ankles are about even with my shoulders. Out of a bunker, my ankles are much wider than my shoulders. I have a wide base here. I'm also sitting into my stance a little bit more than normal. And I'll go through why that is later. So feet wide, I'm very bent down into my knees, almost like I'm sitting on a horse is the sensation here. Now in terms of the weight in my feet, I'm gonna have more weight forward, kind of pressed into my left quad. Maybe up to 70 or 80% of my weight and my pressure is gonna be in that lead leg. So feet are wide, I'm sitting down, my knees are very bent, and I've got a lot of pressure into that lead leg. So that's the main piece with my lower body. Now in terms of my upper body, what we'll notice and what I see a lot of people go wrong with is I want the spine angle to be straight up and down or even slightly leaning towards the target. We're trying to preset steep setup pieces out of the bunker so I can be shallow with my swing. So in terms of my shoulders, I'm not gonna be tilted to the right at all like any kind of full swing. I'm actually gonna maybe have my left shoulder a little bit lower than my right shoulder and my left hip a little bit lower than my right hip. So I'm presetting myself a little bit more forward. That's what I would do with my upper body pieces. Now, you'll notice too in my setup that my club face is gonna be quite a bit open. How open should it be? Well, it depends on you, it depends on the club, it depends on how much bounce you have, the kind of shot you wanna hit. But as a stock, let's recognize that my face isn't dead square. It's open. Now, if I were to draw a line sort of down the leading edge of my club, the club's angled essentially where the front part of the club is open to the point where it's at or just slightly forward of my left toe, right? So if it were square, that line would be like this. I want it to be open to the point where it's roughly in line with your left toe is an okay reference point to use. Next up is ball position. Should I have the ball in the middle, forward, or back? Well, I like to have the ball in the middle or slightly forward of middle for a stock bunker shot. So if you were to see from face on relative to my stance, that ball position is going to be just a little bit inside of my left heel for a stock setup. There's no rules with this, okay? You can move the ball position around a little bit and see what works best for you, but that would be a stock. So feet nice and wide, my knees are bent, I'm leaning into my left quad. My upper body's tilted a little bit forward, left shoulder a little bit lower than my right. My club face is open. Now notice I'm not taking my grip and twisting the club face open. I'm presetting the face open and I'm taking my grip around that. My handle location and shaft are basically straight up and down. The handle doesn't need to be leaning way back. It can be neutral, can be slightly forward, but not way forward. The handle's pretty much normal. Those are my stock setup pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and hit one here just as an example. Ball position a little bit forward of middle. You know, and from the down the line version of this, typically speaking, I'm gonna have my shaft a little bit lower than normal here to help add some loft as I go. So I don't wanna have my shaft super vertical. It'll be a little bit lower than normal. Notice the butt of the club. If I took a full swing setup, the butt of the club would go in line with my belt buckle. When I do a bunker shot, the butt of the club is much lower than my belt buckle. I've preset some hinge, which is gonna help with my backswing pieces as I go. So those are the stock setup pieces. One more time, feet are wide. I'm sitting, weights in my front leg there. I'm preset a little tilt forward. Left shoulder's a little lower than my right. My club face is open, and that's my stock setup piece. And that would just be a stock bunker shot from there that goes maybe 10 to 20 yards out. So those are the setup pieces. Again, there's some room to maneuver. We'll talk more here in upcoming videos about how you change those setup pieces to hit the ball farther, how you change them to hit it shorter or lower or higher than normal, but use those as a stock piece. What I see a lot of times here is the feet are too close, okay? The ball position typically isn't forward enough, and most all of you guys and gals don't have the club face open enough. If you're gonna err on either side, have the face more open here with this. So play around with those pieces. The goal here out of the bunker is to set up to get you out of the bunker in one shot first before we do anything else. So out of the bunker in one. The last little piece here before we move on that I want to discuss is more of an in-swing principle, but the idea of how far I should hit behind the ball is also a setup piece because that's in your mind as you're setting up. When I take my normal setup position, how far should I hit behind the ball? There's no perfect answer, golden answer that's going to fix everything. You can hit behind the ball anywhere from probably about an inch behind to a half an inch to probably up to about 2 inches and get a chunk and run shot there. So you got to play around with that as well. You have to get some of the sand behind the ball. All we're really trying to do is splash the sand out of the bunker and have the ball follow. So use these as stock pieces, play around, find what works for you so you can get the ball out in one shot. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. If you guys liked the video, please click the like button down below. If you haven't, please click the notification bell. And also if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Another reminder, cogornogolf.com is up and live. The link will be in the description down below. Thank you guys.